Google just unveiled the latest piece of tech they are working on, AI glasses. And one other thing, but we'll see in a moment. I'm very excited to showcase this, or at least review this. So let's just jump into it.
For our entire lives, we've been living for a computing revolution. Many of you here in this room have contributed to it with leaps forward in compute, connectivity, mobile technologies, and now AI. For my part, I've dedicated my entire career to augmented reality, fusing the real world with computing experiences. I started this journey about 25 years ago for my PhD. It might sound groundbreaking, but check out these early prototypes. The technology.
Oh yeah, that seems like 20 years ago or so, or 15.
Technology was really primitive back then, but the potential felt limitless when we were experimenting in that university lab. What I didn't know at that time.
So, I believe those are the glasses, right? The ones they're wearing. They look okay.
Was many of the fundamental innovations for my work would come from AI researchers in a different lab. While I was helping computers see the world, these AI researchers were helping computers reason about the world. Since then, large language models and multimodal reasoning have enabled richer language and image understanding.
Shout out to James Clear, Atomic Habits. I own the book. I read half.
These models are now fast enough for live conversations where the AI can act on your behalf and, most importantly, with your permission. And augmented reality and virtual reality has moved computing from the rectangular screen to the 360 immersive display to now even the world itself becoming the display. We now refer to this broad collection of experiences as extended reality or XR. Until now, these innovations have...
Yeah, when he's moving his head, when the light hits the glasses in a certain way, you can see like a display here or something, right?
Occurred separately and in silos. Well, here comes Act 2 of the computing revolution. AI and XR are converging, unlocking radical new ways to interact with technology on your terms. Computers will become more lightweight and personal. They will share your vantage point, understand your real-world context, and have a natural interface that's both simple and conversational. Countless people and companies are innovating in this space, including many on the TED stage this week. We're excited to contribute to this momentum with Android XR. It's an operating system we're building with Samsung that brings XR hardware together with Gemini, our AI assistant, to augment human intelligence. It can support a broad range of devices, from headsets to glasses to form factors we haven't even dreamed of yet. Okay, let me show you where we're heading by inviting my colleague Nishta to the stage. Welcome, Nishta.
Hi.
These ordinary-looking glasses are packed full of technology. A miniaturized camera and microphones give the AI the ability to see and hear the world.
Oh, yeah.
Speakers let you listen to the AI and play music or even take calls. And these glasses also have a tiny high-resolution in-lens display that's full color that I'm holding in my hand. It's very, very small. These glasses work with your phone, streaming back and forth, allowing the glasses to be very lightweight and access all your phone apps. And if you're wondering, I'm actually wearing the glasses too. They're actually helping me see all of you in the audience because they have prescription lenses inside them, but they're also displaying my...
So what I like about this form factor is that it's fairly seamless in the sense that people already are using glasses out and about. Well, when you have bad eyesight, right? But if they made this somehow sunglasses as well, that'd be good. There were different form factors trying to integrate AI. There was this rabbit device, right? When it was kind of like a smartphone. You held it in your hand. So it's kind of pointless, right? We already have smartphones, so I'm not sure what that was about. I think that was a big flop, and they had a lot of security security problems. They leaked all their like customer data online, or like API keys online or something. Or the data was streamed back unencrypted to some database. Anyway, like that form factor, we already have like phones, right? So that was not gonna that was never gonna replace the phone, because phone already can be integrated with AI already is, right? And there was this pin form factor that you pin your pin there. You hold out your hand. It can it has some laser tag that will show on your hand. That your hand will act like a wall that on your hand you could display certain things, right? That was slightly better, but also very, very weird. This form factor is what I like the most.
Speaker notes for me as well.
Because it's the most seamless, right?
For this demo, you'll see what Nishta's seeing on the screen behind her. And this is the very first time we're showing these glasses in public. So this is going to be a live demo of conceptual hardware, early software. What could go wrong? Nishta, best of luck, no pressure.
Amazing. All right, let's just make sure that these glasses are shown on the screen behind us. Okay. Awesome. Now I'm going to launch Gemini.
Hello there.
Hi, Gemini. Can you start us off with something fun and creative and write a haiku for what I'm seeing right now?
Sure, faces all aglow. Eager minds await the words. Sparks of thought ignite.
Okay, aside from the haiku, I would like to sometime test Ray-Ban Meta glasses. I was imagining that it's something similar to this. I'd love to review that tech to like get the idea where Meta is with this technology.
Some anxious but happy faces as well, yeah. As you can see, the AI sees what Nishta sees, hears what she hears, and is responding in real time. But that's just table stakes. I think everyone in this audience has seen demos like this before. Let's actually step it up a notch with something we call memory. For a rolling contextual window, the AI remembers what you see without having to be told what to keep track of.
So you guys may have noticed I snuck a peek back at the shelf a moment ago. I wasn't paying attention, but let's see if Gemini was. Hey, did you happen to catch the title of the white book that was on the shelf behind me?
The white book is Atomic Habits by James Clear.
That is absolutely right. So,
although this seems fairly impressive, it would be more impressive if it got any of like those books, right? Or maybe those.
Behind me?
By James Clear.
That is absolutely right. So, let's try something harder. I keep losing my hotel key card. Do you know where I last left the card?
The hotel key card is to the right of the music record.
Great.
Okay, that was more impressive.
For someone as forgetful as me, that's a killer app.
I wonder how long it can store the memory, right? If it's like minutes, it's kind of pointless. If it's days, it's good. But if it's like more than that, man.
Okay, this AI is inherently multimodal, so it's using visual data and natural language to digest complex queries in real time while remembering your past context. Nishta, let's see some more.
Yeah, let's bring this book back. So, I don't really have time to read it right now, but I wonder if Gemini might be able to help me summarize what's going on. Like, I don't know, what does this diagram mean? It looks complex.
Let's be honest, the quality of the camera feed is bad.
This diagram is labeled the habit line.
Unless there's like some loss between the camera feed and the projection on the screen, because I imagine she's not directly streaming from the glasses. I would imagine it's the same feed that's received on the big screen.
And illustrates the process of habit formation. It shows how automaticity increases with repetitions until a habit is formed.
Okay.
That's pretty sick. The summarization of what you're reading. But for books, I wonder if we will ever get something like a AI library, right? So you or some AI scans all the books in the world, well, all quote unquote, and then hey, tell me this and this from Atomic Habits. Tell me this and this from that book, right? Summarize this book for me or something. Or how do you think about this? That would be pretty cool.
Hey.
Now, imagine being able to communicate and understand any language. The AI can shift its output to speak different languages with dialects and accents that feel human and natural.
Yeah, let's go to this sign over here. Can you translate this to English for me?
The sign states private property, no trespassing.
Okay, let's prove this is a live
That's pretty good. In terms of you go abroad, all you need is the glasses.
demo. Does anyone in the audience have a suggestion for a different language to translate to? Farsi. Farsi. We tried Farsi, it failed last time, but let's try it again.
Do you want to try Farsi? We could try it. Thai? Okay.
Because I do speak Farsi, so it's my mother tongue, so thank you.
Gemini, let's just give this a shot. Can you translate this sign to Farsi for us?
املاک خصوصی تجاوز نکنید.
Great. Awesome.
That's pretty good. I wonder. This sort of tech, this sort of application is what's very interesting to me, or like hopeful. Well, one for traveling abroad, right? All you would need is the glasses. In general, you can somewhat do this with your phone right now, with the Google Translate app. Like you can go back and forth. But this would make it much easier, right? If someone could speak to me, the glasses capture that and relay the information to me, and it would be best even if it provides me with a response and say it through some speaker and built in the glasses. That would be a better two-way conversation. Also, aside from live translation, my father has some hearing problems, so if he had those glasses and it would live transcribe what I'm saying to him in the glasses, and that would be pretty sick, man.
Speaks Farsi.
That's amazing. So as Sharon mentioned, you all may have seen translation demos like this before, but what's new now is that in addition to just saying things in a different language, I can also speak to Gemini in another language. I know Hindi, so let's give this a shot. अच्छा, क्या आप मुझे बता सकते हो ये लोग अभी कैसे लग रहे हैं?
वे अभी एकाग्र और उत्साहित दिख रहे हैं.
So Gemini said you all look focused and excited, and it has a better accent than I do.
All right, now let's see how the AI can connect the physical world with your digital content and take action.
Yeah, let's get some music going in here. Okay. Gemini, why don't you play us a track from this record?
Sure, here's Bad Dreams by Teddy Swims.
That's pretty sick. Although with the memory thing, right? So there are already conspiracy theories that I don't know, Google or Apple or whomever is listening through us through through our screen or phones and looking through our laptop webcams, so on and so forth. Like recording everything, more or less everything you see with your glasses is kind of scary, man. In terms of security, like who makes sure this data is securely stored, no one has access to it, and so on and so forth.
Perfect. In a few seconds, the AI recognized the album, looked up the track list, and took action using the phone apps. Okay, Nishta, it does look like the demo gods are with us, maybe with you more than me. Let's do one last demo I know you're keen to give.
Yes, this is my first time in Vancouver, and I love going on walks. So why don't you navigate me to a park nearby with views of the ocean?
Okay, I am starting navigation to Lighthouse Park, which has magnificent views of the Pacific Ocean.
That's pretty sick. So what this seems to me is like a next step in terms of convenience. Because we can do everything, like more or less everything she's done with this little thing, right? With the phone. But this is basically conversational. Okay, I kind of dig this tech. I'd love to be basically Tony Stark, have the glasses, and talk to Jarvis. That's like a small dream of mine. So this is pretty sick.
Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Honestly, with these directions and a 3D map, I should be all set, and hopefully I won't look like a tourist. Thank you all.
Thank you, Nishta. That was awesome. Okay, we've seen glasses. Now let's turn our attention to the other side of the spectrum, headsets. You've seen these types of devices
Oh, okay. So the OS is for both headsets,
before,
headsets, glasses, and headsets.
but when we first brought AI to a headset, it completely caught me by surprise. For this demo, we're going to use the Project Muhan headset that Samsung is launching later this year. Compared to glasses, headsets give you an infinite display for getting work done or immersing yourself in a movie or maybe a TED Talk at some point.
So it's, this is very interesting. So Google so far is always cooperating with Samsung when it comes to hardware, right? What I like about Apple is that they do both their own software and hardware. That's a significant edge in my mind.
Let me bring up my colleague Max.
Are there any news about Apple launching any sort of, or at least working on any sort of glasses tech? I wonder.
To show us even more. Hey, Max.
Hello.
And the same thing is going to go here. You'll see exactly what Max is seeing behind on the screen. Go for it, Max.
Let's do it. You'll notice we start grounded in the real world, and I'm going to control the entire system with my eyes, hands, and voice. But where things get really interesting is when we invite Gemini in as this conversational companion that can come with us anywhere.
Hello.
Hey, Gemini, can you bring up my trip planner for me, please?
Of course, opening up your trip planner.
Cool, but I left these windows really disorganized. Can you help with that?
Of course, I can help with that.
No clicks, no keyboards. It's just the conversation and the...
So basically, Gemini will be a conversational agent that will more or less have access to your device, the software, and will be able to do anything for you instead of... So it's basically like Siri 2.0 or Google whatever, AI Companion 2.0.
The AI is taking action. Okay, some more...
So far, not sure about you guys, but so far I'm using Google's Assistant mostly for setting up timers, and Siri almost the same thing.
Audience participation. Someone shout out a name of a place you want to visit.
Melbourne. Cape Town.
Cape Town. Let's go to Cape Town.
Okay, sounds fun. Can you please take me to Cape Town?
Certainly. Let me help with organizing the windows.
Awesome. And can you also take me to Cape Town?
I can certainly do that. Let me take you to Cape Town.
And we're very organized as we go there. Perfect.
As you can see, the AI is taking Max's request, figuring out how best to answer it, opening up the Maps app, and from there, he can actually explore anywhere in the world in this 3D view.
Okay, this is pretty incredible.
I'd love to get my hands on one of those. So either like something like this headset or Apple's headset, but Apple's headset is pretty expensive, man. But the gestures seem pretty seamless. He's like pinching his fingers. That's fairly natural, and like pinching and like stretching like a piece of string.
Viewing the world from this angle, I can even zoom into city levels. But what's really interesting is having an AI here who can see what I see. Can you tell me more about the
The claw is very weird. If it was like pointing fingers, maybe, but it's like the claw.
significance of this place?
I can indeed provide information about Table Mountain. Table Mountain holds a profound significance, deeply rooted in both its natural splendor and its rich cultural history. It has long been a spiritual and cultural symbol for the indigenous.
I'll be honest, man. It looks pretty impressive.
Its natural splendor and its
Like this view, it must be pretty sick.
rich cultural history. It has long been a spiritual and cultural symbol for the indigenous Khoikhoi and San people. It
Okay,
stands
very
as a
good, Gemini. I'll just come back to this later. It also does look like a table. That's handy.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, Max, let's bring this closer to home. How about exploring winter sports, seeing that we're in Vancouver?
Okay, let's get some inspiration first, Sharam. Can you please show me 360 videos of this?
Sure, here are some 360-degree powder snowboarding videos.
Okay, I'm kind of new to snowboarding, so hopefully this video will help me learn. Although this looks already way
Holy moly. So is this how 360 videos normally look like? I've never seen one like this. Well, I've seen a few of 360 videos, but using this headset, like it seems like you're in there. What the hell?
more intense than I think I'm ready for. What was the name of that trick?
That's a backside 540 with a grab.
Let's be honest, nobody knows what the trick was, so she could have said anything and they would believe it.
Okay.
The AI knows exactly what Max is looking at, even in rich video content, and can answer any question in real time. Max, are you sure this is Whistler?
You know, Shram, I actually have no idea. I've never been here before, but let's find out. What run do you think this is?
It's probably one of the ungroomed runs in Summit Bowl, or the top section of West Ridge on Mount Bachelor, as they are close to the summit and face north towards Three Sisters and Broken Top, the prominent mountains visible in the background.
Okay, Mount Bachelor, Oregon. Got it.
Okay, let's.
That was fairly impressive. So it was able to infer from the video, the 360 video. I wonder what the input is, meaning, does it only see his POV? Does it process? I would imagine it's only his POV, right? So whatever he sees, not all 360 of the video.
Let's have a little bit of fun now. Let's have AI narrate this video. Somebody in the audience shout out a fun narration style, like nature documentary or something like that. Morgan Freeman. We can't do actors, but we'll get to that at some point. Any other suggestions? Horror movie.
Okay.
That's going to be, it might be gory, but let's go for it.
Slightly dark, but let's do it. Can you please describe what you're seeing as if you're an overly enthusiastic character in a horror movie?
Oh, darling, this is simply marvelous. A desolate mountainscape? How delightfully ominous. Prepare for a chilling dance with the unknown, where every gust of wind whispers tales of icy terror and lurking shadows.
Okay, Gemini, that's great. We'll return to more positive things.
Okay, that was good. It's pretty fun, man, seeing all the tech and what's changing.
Another day, yeah.
Okay, Max, I know there's one last demo, and you've been apparently practicing your farming skills?
Yes, Shram, I've been excited to get back to my rural roots and also embrace one of my favorite things, which is playing games. But it becomes a whole new
Stardew Valley?
next level experience when you have an AI by your side, both to help keep you company as you play, but also to help you learn how to play these kind of games in the first place. So for example, what do you think I should do next here?
It looks like this is early in the game in Stardew Valley. You need to earn
It's very interesting because he has a lot of windows open, but he's like most of his POV is covered by Stardew Valley screen. So the AI knows that when he said a very vague, what should I do here? He's interacting with the value. Well, I'm not sure if the interaction matters in this window, but at least most of the view is looking at the Stardew Valley. So the AI knows he's asking for this or assumes. That's pretty cool.
money, so try planting some seeds. First, use your hoe to till the soil and then plant your seeds. It looks like you have some parsnips. Since it isn't raining, you'll also need to water them with your watering can.
Okay. Seems like a lot, and maybe robots will do this for us one day, but for now, I'm gonna have to.
Or the robots will do this for us one day. What's the What's the freaking point of a video game if you're not playing it yourself? So we will make games and make the robot play it for us. What's the point, man? The point is to have fun in a video game, not to, hey, I'm gonna buy this game and let the robot play for me. My god, this guy.
Return back to my farm later. For one last thing, can you please give a playful 2-sentence summary of all the ground we covered today?
We soared from organizing a digital realm to traversing snowy mountains, and even found time to farm some virtual parsnips. Quite the adventure today.
Quite the adventure indeed. Thanks, Gemini.
Yeah, the summarization is sure. It's whatever. The LLMs can do that, but all the other stuff, the grabbing the context from the POV, that's pretty sick.
Fantastic. Thank you, Max. We're entering an exciting new phase of the computing revolution. Headsets and glasses are just the beginning. All this points to a single vision of the future, a world where helpful AI will converge with lightweight XR. XR devices will...
If headsets and glasses are like the beginning, what's next? Do we all wear like contact lenses with like, oh, in 25 years, do we all wear contact lenses that have everything built in?
Will become increasingly more wearable, giving us instant access to information, while AI is going to become more contextually aware, more conversational, more personalized, working with us on our terms and in our language. We're no longer augmenting our reality, but rather augmenting our intelligence. Thank you so much.
That was pretty sick. The one caveat we have to always think about is giving more access to more information is always risky. It seems like we are always paying for convenience with more of our personal space, personal information. Let's see what the what the comments are about. I'm confused. Is this attacked or yeah? It's I think it's a bit of both, man. Or well, like 2080. Oh, right, yeah. This is amazing. I'm visually impaired at the moment. I have a pair of Ray-Ban Meta glasses. I'm doing speech to text through the phone. Every single blind person or visually impaired should be given. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I need to check how Ray-Ban Meta glasses work, and hopefully, maybe if they support Polish, then I would give it to my father. Yeah. Yep. This more or less sums it up. If you think the tech companies are overly intrusive with their data collection, imagine when you visually bring them into your home, work, car, family, and life. Yeah. We always pay for convenience with our personal data. Aside from that, even with this doomer comments and doomer like mindsets, which I think is true, I am still hopeful because this tech can help a lot of people and make our lives easier, more efficient. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.